What's up, guys? So we got a new video series. This is Dragon Paladin. If you've been following the channel, you know that I do a mixture of competitive and fun decks. This is a fun one. So I've already made Legend for this season in January 2026, and so I feel kind of free to explore other ideas and stuff like that. Because again, if you've heard me say it 1,000 times, I'm sorry, but I wholeheartedly believe that deck building is a muscle, it is a creative skill, and if you don't use it, you will lose it. So I always just try to brew something. I think that it's something that I picked up in Magic the Gathering when I used to draft a lot. And constantly being in a position where you're making a deck and you're worrying about your mana curve, you're worrying about your threat density, your removal, all that type of stuff. I think that always keeps your brain working on that so that you don't lose that muscle, because it's very easy to lose that and just become super reliant on decks on the internet. And while I do take decks off the internet, I always like to have a good understanding of why they are the way they are, and I think deck building is one way you can get more insight into the decks that you know are good and why they are good. Outside of just, it's got good win percentage. Well, why? So without further ado, this is Dragon Paladin. Pretty straightforward deck list. I was hemming and hawing on how to build this deck in the first place, and I think Lanessa gives us some extra tools, because Dragon Warrior, I feel like, is definitely the superior version of dragons. But this is just a fun experiment to see kind of how far I can take this. So obviously playing Whelp and Peddler, that's the best 1/2 drop as far as dragons go. I'm not a big fan of it, but Whelp of the Bronze gives us the ability to go 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and then have a Crusader Aura. And uninterrupted, playing those 3 minions followed by Crusader Aura would deal 24 damage by turn 4, so you have the potential for turn 5 wins. Very unlikely, I understand, but I think mapping out some of your early turns like that and what your deck can actually do gives you some more insight into how you need to follow up the threats after that also. So keeping that all in mind, I think Gelbin is a fun way to kind of have a little bit of late game. I'm treating this kind of like some of the early versions of Dragon Warrior that kind of topped out at Wind Peak Worm. Obviously, dragons without something like Wind Peak Worm is much harder. But I'm going to give it a try, see what happens. I do have another version of this ready to go. So I was going to say when this doesn't work out, I've got something else to try as well. So I'm probably going to play 5 games with this, 5 games with another one. Just kind of see how they play. And of course I play Death Knight first. Let's just play the big bad boogeyman of the standard metagame. And I am also playing at the Legend rank, so I'm going to be playing pretty much all good decks. There's going to be no, like, random garbage. I am the random garbage in this scenario. I don't think I want 2 Mauls. I'm not sure if I even want 1 Maul. Righteous Protector's fine. I am a little concerned about the dragon count. I think last count I made, there was 11 dragons in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, 11 dragons. So it's not ideal in terms of dragon count. I think you normally want a little closer to like 13 or 14 to really trigger some of the abilities that require a dragon in your hand, or obviously for like Peddler or Gift Wrapped Whelp. But let's see. And like my lady says all the time, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So these experiments, while they are fun, it is sometimes you'll stumble across something that's good and just you would have never known had you not explored. Okay. I kind of like that better than Peddler.
Once upon a time.
Very interesting. So I like Conflux Crasher, but it's not too amazing of a card. I just like the ability to hit their face. Sometimes you just want to deal 7 to their face. That can close out a game. I don't like this guy. The cheese can be good. Sometimes, you know, letting that cheese upgrade to like 4 or 5 cost minions is pretty good. But I'm probably going to play Green Wing on turn 4. I'm going to take the Crasher just to see what happens here. I mean, Conflux Crasher is something I could play in the deck. Not sure if it's going to be good. It seems a little too vanilla. It could be like a worse version of Wind Peak Worm in theory. But, let's see. Let's do this. Let's just keep discovering dragons. Cloud Serpent seems okay, I guess. I can't help but feel like I'm probably just gonna get rolled by... There it is. I can't help but feel like I'm just gonna get rolled by Death Knight, but... we'll see. This seems just fine. I could like Peddler O Manager, but I don't think that's a good play at all here.
Find me in the dream.
Let's just keep going face. And this guy is just elusive. Ah, okay. That's pretty good. And a lucky pop on that. Yeah, I guess this works. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way so I don't lose a minion. But unfortunately, this isn't a great spot. There we go. I was wondering when leeches were gonna come. Now, it is very possible I just go 0-5 with this. Just fair warning. But if you're watching this video, I assume that you are here for more than just competitive play. So I could play Conflux Crasher, just doesn't seem super great, I guess. I kind of want to just double whelp with the... No, if I whelp with the bronze, they die to the leeches. So, yeah, not too much I can do here. I think I have to kill the poisonous, the blob. That's fairly obvious, I think. Let's do this. And...
For justice.
let's see what we get off of this. I'm hoping I get Crasher. Nice. Okay, we got another Conflux Crasher. That's a little helpful. And I think I'm also going to Hero Power just so that it either forces them to attack it, which takes 1 damage off my face, or it gets eaten by a leech, which is better than taking some health away from a better minion. Ay, ay, ay. Well, it's Death Knight. They're doing Death Knight things. Yeah, when I originally started making this list, it did have Creature of Madness, but I decided against it for the Historian. Historian's not as good as Creature of Madness, obviously, but I just wanted to go with the dragon theme and kind of explore all the cards available. I think that's something important for deck building, is exploring what is available, because sometimes you'd be pleasantly surprised by cards. But this seems like a pretty bad situation. So, Yeah, Whelp of the Bronze seems awful against Death Knight. I was torn between Whelp of the Bronze and Whelp of the Infinite. Aiming for a more aggressive build, I opted for Bronze in this one. The other version I'm going to try has Whelp of the Infinite. So there's that. I guess let's see what we can get here. Well, there is a Whelp of the Infinite, but not a super big help here. I guess Sleepy Dragon could be okay.
Let's move quickly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at this point I think I'm just going to be playing things for the sake of playing things, because this game is probably over. They just have to figure out how to end it.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
There we go. That's one way to get her done. Okay, then. I also started making this list with Consecration in it, and I ended up pulling it so that I could up the dragon count a little bit. But I am realizing that Consecration is super necessary because, I mean, Death Knight is probably just an unwinnable matchup without it. It's probably just an unwinnable matchup, period, but we'll see about that. Yeah, let's just play things to play things, I guess. 7 to the face. I think I'm going to rewind just to see if I can hit a minion, because I think I need all the help I can get. A leech would be cool. That's the worst possible, but whatever. That was literally like one of the only minions I didn't want it to hit. Like these two, I was praying it wouldn't. I guess I should have played this one first, because this shows that it was created by Cloud Serpent, so now they know I have another. Not the end of the world, but okay, there we go.
Well played.
There it is. All right, 0-1. Okay, so even though I immediately found where the issues are in the deck, I'm gonna play some more games. Let's just see if there are any good matchups, or if I can find any, synergies in the deck I wasn't aware of, stuff like that. I think when you're brewing a deck, it is important to really take it all the way, give it a really fair shot, even if it's kind of mediocre. It's science, You just got to follow it through, see what the conclusion is. Hasty conclusions don't really help anybody.
I will fight with honor.
I would like another dragon, so I'm tempted to throw this away too. This is usually pretty good, but do I want it against... Let's see if we can get a dragon here. That's the other problem with new decks. Figuring out how to mulligan is really annoying, because sure, you can know what your best lines of play are, but the likelihood of getting certain things and how valuable things are in your opening hand versus drawing them after that is, that's usually where the data comes into play. I think a lot of people look at that on like HS Replay and other websites. But we do have our best curve here with Whelp into Peddler and a Hit Peddler, of course, because it's the only dragon. Let's do this too. So a little harder to kill the Whelp. Gives my Peddler a little protection also. Okay then. Well, they are definitely Spell Demon Hunter if they're playing that card. So now Peddler is just so much worse. But that's okay. It's a 2-mana 2/5. That's very efficient. And Whelp of the Bronze could get the bonus, assuming Peddler doesn't die this turn. Oof, alright, those are the good ones to get. Let's do this, and bash. Yeah, it seems like Creature of Madness is a must-have. I think that's... I know that's better than the Nether Sprite Historian, or Nether Spite Historian. But I wanted to try Historian for sake of dragons. So next version's probably going to go Creature of Madness instead of Historian. And then probably going to add Consecration in here. Question is what to cut. I'm also not convinced that Gelbin is the way to go. I had Crusader Aura and Maul, and I figured that if Chronological Aura makes dragons, then, you know, it's a little synergistic. It at least, you know, works with Peddler. Chronological Aura is pretty good if you have a board set up already, and then you're just going to protect that board so you can keep hitting face. It's not the worst, but I'm not convinced about Gelbin. We'll see here. So this guy's coming next turn, and they do have the lifesteal weapon, so that's going to be annoying. That's going to be, what, 6? Yeah, so they'll have 6 attack there, possibly plus their hero power. So maybe Greenwing is the way to go. Yeah, let's do Greenwing.
Find me in the dream. Mental perfection.
And then one more turn for this guy, which will be a pain, but it is manageable, I guess. Whenever I play a deck that has multiple weapons, I always think of Hench Clan Thug. One of my favorite cards, 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever you attack, it gets +1/+1. So, like, it was a lot of fun with, I think it was Demon Hunter had the double strike, or the Wind Fury weapon. Maybe it was Shaman, I forget which. There might be one in each, but I've been playing Hearthstone so long I forget which is which. Because I don't play Wild, I just play Standard. Well, that was a well-timed double red card. Okay. Gelbin is a very interesting draw. I think we're going to do this and this.
For justice.
So if they're playing this, does that mean they're playing Cliff Dive, or does it just mean that they're going to... I wasn't paying attention to see if they got that from something else. They probably got that from something else. I don't know. Fair. That's a very interesting play. They're not going to hero power to attack that guy? Okay, definitely don't want that. That could be okay next turn if my guys survive. Yeah, I guess we'll just do this. Let's draw that Nomelia, which could come in handy. We're gonna do this, and now we pray.
Reporting for duty.
Well, this game's going way better than the last one, I'll tell you that. Yeah, if I go 1-5, I'll be happy. Or excuse me, 1-4 out of the 5 games. They do play Cliff Dive, okay. So this is just Cliff Dive with a little bit different mix of the spells. It's interesting. Alright, so now I'm really not in a good spot.
Find me for justice.
Reporting for duty.
I think it might have been preemptive of them to use the Cliff Dive there, because if they had one extra mana, if they would have waited till this turn, oh, they just have another. Well, this is real bad. So they're going to go Inquisitor to my dragon, poke my face, hit me for 8, and then the dragon, the Briar Spawn, will then hit me for 11. So I'm taking 20 this turn. I'm not dead, but pretty much there. So let's just do this. And I guess we can play Whelp also. Alright, so that's a better position. But I can still die, like... Briar Spawn attacks through this to hit me for 7. They don't have any more Cliff Dives, though, so they're going to have to hard cast a Briar Spawn, or just find some other way to kill me. Like, they could draw an Inquisitor, play that, attack, and then attack with our hero. Okay, then. They're just doing all kinds of things. That's immune while attacking only this turn. Thank goodness. That's helpful. I think I play Nomelia here, honestly. Because I do have a Crusader Aura. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's do this first, just to see what we get.
Once upon a time.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely take a Fire Rock. And then let's clear those guys out the way since I'm at such a low life total. And Nomelia is not going to die because of Crusader Aura. So hopefully I get another use out of her. This would be dope if I win this game. That's actually... Because Cliff Dive is a good deck. I'm not sure about this version. I prefer different versions in this one. Like I don't think Headhunt is a super good card. I'm also not convinced about Fey Trickster. I don't know if it's a 1-of or a 2-of. I want to say it's a 2-of, so I feel like that would mess up your Cliff Dives. Ooh, this is bad. That's bad. Yes! Yes! Alright, we gotta win. 1-1 after 2 games. I'll take it. So it turns out Gelbin can win games by himself? Herself? Looks like a dude. Yeah, okay. Gelbin can win games by himself, I guess. That's obviously massive value. That's part of why I figured it would be good to at least try him in this. Yeah, the early game I'm not convinced of. That's definitely going to change on version 2. Yeah, and I don't love having to play Gnomish Aura. It's an unfortunate part about the Fabled.
Queen Ashara.
The wisps serve my cause.
I will fight with honor.
I don't know that I keep Historian. I would love a 1-drop here, but I think the odds of drawing one are pretty low, so probably not worth throwing this back. Okay, double Peddler's always good.
Happy New Year, champion.
Happy New Year.
I kind of want a Peddler on turn 2, but I don't know that that's going to be very good. Historian might be the way to go, because then when I play Peddler, it'll definitely hit a target. Oh no, it's not a dragon. No! Alright, fine, we'll take a Whelp. So next turn I can whelp and peddler. So yeah, problem solved. Got a little lucky. That's okay. Double whelp. Okay.
What pretty petals!
Let's run it. And it hit the other whelp. If they don't kill any of these guys, I think I'm just going to Crusader Aura. Okay, not anymore. Ooh, that's a good draw. I'm definitely doing that.
Find me in the dream.
Yeah, I like the core of the deck. Being able to play these guys. Of course they have Chalice. Of course. I think they really just want to deal 2 to that guy, but they should just use their hero power for the other one. Pretty good. Oh, that's even better. Alright, that's unfortunate. They're getting good use out of this guy. Let's do this. Yeah, we're gonna go here. We'll take that guy out. Fine. They seem very concerned with this card. I mean, I would be too a little bit. Honestly, I was surprised they didn't hit it with the, what is it, the Zealot or whatever that guy is. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't hit it with the Zealot originally. I think they made the correct play because they were getting max usage out of their Zealot. They killed 2 minions with it, and they ate up 3 damage from my weapon. So that's very efficient. But this guy is, I think, the problem. Because you take that out, and they took out the green wing, that would just leave me with the peddler, which shouldn't be too hard to deal with by itself. Also, doesn't pump anything else if there's no other dragons.
Time is short.
Or no, I played a second peddler, so I'd have double peddler. I don't know. Oh yeah, what are we talking about? They got this. Okay, would love to draw a dragon. Not a dragon, but gives me a dragon.
Once upon a time.
Come on, something good. Tormented Dreadwing seems okay. That was another card I was contemplating playing in this deck, but didn't make the cut.
Reporting for duty. For justice.
I could also try to go with a more aggressive version of this deck and kind of go a little lighter on dragons. So if I played like Whelp, Peddler, Green Wing, Crusader Aura, like some more one-drops, like, what is it, Sizzling Cinder, stuff like that. I don't know that it's very good, but it would be more aggressive, I guess. Only problem would be, I guess, drawing cards. Because that would feel kind of like Aura Paladin, just without as much efficiency, maybe? I don't know. So Maul will draw Gelbin, which I can play next turn. Also takes care of this annoying guy. I could Crusader Aura here, makes this guy a little bit harder to kill. It's obviously not very good, but next turn when I play Gelbin, I'll get another Crusader Aura, so then if this guy is still around, I'll be able to attack for 7 with him. It's not a good play by any means, but I'm going to run it and see what happens, because of how long this game is going and the amount of times they've been able to kill my minions, I think I need to do something a little out of the box to catch the momentum here. So definitely not a great play, but I think it gives me the most shot at coming back. Of course, yeah, there's that Starfire from earlier. Okay. Let's do Bronze Explorer first, just in case we get something we want to play. This is hilarious. I'm going to take that just because I think that's really funny if it works. Imagine that's how I win that game. Like that. Ooh, okay, so once again, Gelbin has saved the day. So this has more about the power of Gelbin than it does the dragons. So 2-1 after 3 games, I'm pleasantly surprised. I would have been happy 1-4, but 2-3 would be fine. I mean, 3-2 or 4-1 would be surprising. I think it's pretty clear that first game I had a pretty sucky draw. Yeah, this deck is very interesting. I think the early game needs a lot of work.
Uther versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
I will fight with honor.
So the weapon I think could be decent. I'm not sure if I keep this though. Yeah, I'm going to keep the weapon because if they are Protoss priests, then having an extra way to deal with some minions could be very helpful. Okay then, no turn 1 or turn 2 play. That's great for me.
Once upon a time.
Cloud Serpent doesn't seem very good here. These guys are really expensive, though, for what I've got.
I wonder. I must move quickly.
You know, let's take this guy, because why not? Maybe it works. We'll find out.
Elune, bring guidance.
Sure. Jeez, I am just drawing garbage.
For justice.
I remember this place well.
There it is. I thought about trying Elise in this deck, but it becomes very difficult to play Elise and Gelbin and Maul. Because then you gotta play like a Whelp. Or not a Whelp, a Wisp. The 0 mana 1/1. No, I don't hate this right now. I think that seems fine.
For justice.
I could have held that coin and done this on turn 7. But I think I want to give them a little bit of time to like use whatever removal they have so that hopefully this sticks. Like if they play repackaging, which seems very possible, then I would want to wait until after they play the first one. Jeez.
I remember this place
Okay then. Because I have Crusader Aura, I think I want to go wide on the board.
A good explorer comes prepared.
I could go Coin Whelp, but let's try this. Yeah, drawing all these auras makes Gelbin way worse. Like, I'm not going to get anything but Mechatork and Gnomish Aura off of Gelbin, so that's... I mean, Mechatork is okay, but Gnomish is usually fairly irrelevant.
Time heals all wounds.
Okay. Well, it is pretty hard not to Crusader Aura here. As we get this.
Let's get 'em.
Yeah, let's just do this.
Reporting for duty.
Wow. Well, no infinity for me. That was pretty good. Yeah, why not?
Mistakes of the past reign with me.
And do we have one more turn with this? Yeah.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
Ah, fine. Oh, we should have done that the other way. Doy. That was dumb. Sorry, guys. So I like Netherspite Historian a little bit more than I thought I would. I think having two guys that discover dragons is better than expected. Because that is one of the benefits of Dragon Warrior is like Dark Rider discovers a dragon, and I think it's Shadow Flame Suffusion discovers a minion, not a dragon obviously.
Bring guidance.
So being able to pick something in the moment is pretty helpful. Ooh, hello Nomelia. Yeah, this is not a great position, but we're gonna do what we can do, I guess. Let's get this out the way. And believe it or not, I think I'm gonna throw that back. Yeah, this is not a good position by any means.
Let me think.
Got one more turn of that, so let's do this, I guess.
I ain't talking.
Well, now they know I have no more gas. Whew, okay. Yeah, it's very over now. Back to 40. And we draw Gelbin, of course. Yeah, even if we play Gelbin, I get Mechatork and Gnomish Aura. Doesn't really make a difference, so I'm not going to bother playing this one out. 2-2 after 4 games. Not bad. Let's do one more here with this version. I was going to play a totally different version, but I like this a little more than I thought I would. So I'm going to switch out a couple of cards and then run 5 more games with this. So definitely going to get Creature of Madness in here. And I'm probably going to switch out the Whelp of the Bronze for Whelp of the Infinite. I'm not sure. Portal Vanguard's an option as well, but not sure if that's very good. This seems like a pretty mediocre hand.
Arms, my brave company.
I will fight with honor.
Let's see, 1-drop would be dope here. And of course it's Death Knight. A matchup I assume is fairly unwinnable. Well, let's do this.
Once upon a time.
Oh my goodness. Sure, why not? I don't know if we'll get there, but we got a Fire Rock. Makes sense. Very Death Knight thing to do.
Once upon a time.
Dragon that discovers other dragons. Yeah.
The citadel stands strong.
Plot twist. Good explorer comes prepared.
I mean... I think we're gonna have some fun this game. If we don't make it there, then that's fine, but we are prepared. That's annoying. Wow. So I can shuffle this back and make a recruit, or I can just whelp of the bronze.
I wonder.
I guess whelp of the bronze is fine. Alright, that's annoying. I was like, there's no leeches. Maybe whelp of the bronze will land. Nope. Peddler, you're about 3 turns too late.
Job done.
Holy goodness. Okay. They are going to attack. Interesting. So many leeches. Yeah, I want consecration in here too. I would like to Nomelia here. Yeah, you know what? I think I do it, even though it doesn't die here. It's going to kill 3 minions. Gets rid of the pesky poisonous one. And then should this... at the end of the turn, this will kill it, which will then kill the rest of them. So either way, it deals with the leeches, which I guess is good. What? That did not seem smart. I mean, I guess it allows them to play things after it. So they'll have something on board, but not sure that was an ideal play.
I wonder.
Yeah, let's do this and this.
What pretty petals!
What? Why doesn't... Oh, wow. Peddler didn't trigger there. I guess because there wasn't a dragon on the battlefield when the start of the turn happened? That's fascinating. Well, had I realized that, I would have played it differently, but whatever. That's the way it goes. Huh. That's just rude. That's so rude. Yeah, maybe it was right to shuffle that in. Because now I don't get it off of Gelbin. Pretty annoying.
For justice.
And I think here I just kind of chill. I'm going to get a dragon at the end of the turn, so I'm not super worried. But this gives me coin, fire rock, or briar spawn next turn. Wow. Okay, I think I go with fire rock. I'm sorry, what? Those were awful attacks. Alright. I'll take any advantage I can get. Yeah, Fire Rock seems like the way to go here. Let's do this first, though. Then if something gets played that would hit an enemy minion, not wasting it on a 1/1. Ooh, very nice. Okay, a little mediocre, but I guess we can do that. And I don't think I coin Whelp here. I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, we're gonna hold it. I guess you can make an argument for coin Whelp and then planning on playing Gelbin next turn, which would give me Crusader Aura. But I've got 24 attack on board already, so Crusader Aura would give me another 12, which is 36. So yeah, I guess Whelp. Very interesting. Oh goodness. And it discovered it, so they have one in their hand now also. So what I think I have to do is Gelbin, use these guys to attack minions, and then ping them with the abilities, and hope that that's enough to get by. I mean, this would ensure they're going to play Ceaseless Expanse if I have pretty much any minion left over. So, Crusader, Gnomish, Mechatork. Good. Trying to figure out the best ways to attack here. I think we do this first. Dang, I was hoping it wouldn't hit it. Whatever. And this goes to 9. This goes to 10. And then this hopefully will hit that also. Yes, very nice. And then up to 3 mana left. I guess let's play the guy that's got lifesteal. Cool. So I'm alive still. Like I said, I think they just Ceaseless Expanse in response. No, they don't. Maybe they do after this? Or can they? Oh, no, they can't yet. It still costs, like, 16? No, it costs 11 now.
The citadel stands strong.
Very interesting. So I've got 24 attack right now. I guess in theory I could take this down because Briar Spawn. Wow. Alright, they got me. So now my health is lower than my lowest minion. That was well played. Yeah, so next turn I could have attacked with everybody. That would have been 24 plus 6 more is 30, and then Briar Spawn, depending on what it hits, it would get the Crusader bump, go to 14. So yeah, there was potential to win that game. Pretty crazy. So yeah, Fire Rock came in handy, and Briar Spawn could have come in handy. Alright, so 2-3's not bad. Definitely better than I expected. Let's change up a couple of cards, like I said, and we're going to hit a couple more games. I had another version of this deck ready to go, but I think this is going to be a little better here. So I think... yeah, I definitely want Dreadwing. No, but yeah, we got to play Creature of Madness. And I think that's going to replace the Historian. And I believe Consecration is the right call here, but what to take out is the question. I'm thinking... I'm not a super big fan of Whelp of the Bronze. It seems okay. But if I do this, I'm a little lighter on threats. I guess Creature of Madness effectively is a 2 and a 3 drop, so it doesn't hurt too much if I'm taking out a 3-drop minion. Question is there anything else I want to change? Don't want any of those. Yeah, Portal Vanguard's something I'm considering. Whelp of the Infinite as well. Yeah, Dreadwing would be cool, but is that better than any of these things? Probably not. I'm still not sold on Righteous Protector also. I think it's a decent card. But yeah, let's just give this a run and see what happens. Man, I can't imagine what it's like being on the Legend ladder and you're grinding games and then you come up against a player that's playing Dragon Paladin. Like, you're just like, what is happening? Ooh.
Only death is
Alright, Shaman should be pretty interesting.
I will fight with honor.
So not keeping these. I think I gotta keep these two. This is part of why I'm not sold on Righteous Protector, because like another 1-mana dragon would be amazing for this deck. Like Dark Rider's really good for Dragon Warrior.
The light dims, but we fight.
And for all I know, the dragon count is way too low now to justify Peddler or anything else, but we're going to see what happens here. So I don't like jamming out Peddler in this situation, but... no, I don't think that's justifiable. What's the dragon count now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's only 9 dragons in the deck. Yeah, definitely too low, but I think it's okay. Like, that's a decent draw there. As much as I would like to Metal Detector, attack here, and attack... I could coin double Peddler right now, then I've got 2 2/5s. Now I'm gonna do this because then, so next turn I can go double peddler, and then turn 5 I've got chronological aura. So I'm kind of continuing the progression there. Okay, that's good. I am totally down with them not playing minions. Just pass a turn. You don't gotta do anything else. Dang! Of course it's a 4/4. That's pretty rough. This isn't a bad spot to consecration, honestly. Because these guys are really good. I assume they're going to follow it up with something that's big again. Like, Crusader Order is definitely not the play. If this was a tighter spot, that's one way to kind of get out of it, but I don't think that's not at all justifiable here. Or maybe, you know what? I'm going to actually just stick to the plan and do this. So unless they have another Growfin, this is an okay position. But Shaman is a difficult matchup for Dragon Warrior, let alone silly Dragon Paladin. Good card. I am actually considering Crusader Aura here.
Let me think.
Because these guys would become 4/6s. I'd attack and kill these two guys, and then they're 4/4s. They trade with 1. Doesn't seem super ideal, I guess. Let's do this. Show me a dragon. Darn it, that's not a dragon.
I must move quickly.
A dream come true.
What do we get? I don't think I can justify playing that, but it's okay. Oh, these would be 5/5s. I totally forgot about the trigger at the end of the turn, of course. And I could have taken the guy that was going to have Taunt off of the Creature of Madness. That would have given me a little bit of extra protection. Oof, those guys were very good. But I figured if this gave me the dream card that bounces a minion back to your hand, that would have been very helpful against this. Yeah, I think unfortunately 9 is not the dragon count you want. I could do this, because this comes back with full health and enchantment, so it would be an 8/8. It's not great. I could just Gelbin also. Let's just Gelbin. Turn 6 Gelbin, why not? Because that gives me a Crusader Aura. No chronological, right? Oh no, it does. I had one more. Just kidding.
Dream big.
This destroys at the start of my next turn, so I won't be able to attack with the 8/8.
Move quickly.
Yeah, you know what? Let's run it.
Dream big.
We're doing cool things. Ooh, that's pretty good. They're also doing cool things. Much better cool things. Yeah, these guys are a problem. So that dies, and then comes back as a 10-9, I hope. Yup. Oh, but it dies again at the end of the turn. For some reason, I was like, maybe it doesn't have that part of it. But it does. Okay. What are you gonna do? Alright, so I might have just sealed my own fate there. So if this deck is going to be better, the early game needs to be a lot better. Because once you get to Gelbin, obviously it's amazing. I love Nomelia, and Anachronos is a great card, plus it's a dragon. So pretty much everything from Crusader Aura down here is, I think, keepable. So then I just have, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12... 16 slots to be playing with. Whelp and Peddler are pretty much must-haves if I'm playing dragons, so that becomes 12 spots to play with. Yeah, this game is very over. Alright. So definitely made a mistake in the dragon count. Going down to 9 is not enough. So, as much as I like Consecration, I think I need to change that up. I'm very tempted to change the Righteous Protector. And normally I don't bore you guys with like my hemming and hawing about like changes to the deck. I just make the deck and then play it. But I figured I'd do something a little different for this video. Normally I do this on Twitch. So shout out to you guys that watch on Twitch. I appreciate you. But I'm very tempted to play that 3/4 guy that imbues. Because it could just give me more dragons to follow up with. So like, I don't know that I can justify Consecration. I really like Creature of Madness. I think it makes the deck much better. I could just try this guy. I'm going to think on that one for a second, but I need something else in here. Probably going to go with Whelp of the Infinite. Portal Vanguard, I think, is a great choice also, though. So, yeah, let's do this. And that gives me 2 more slots. Dragon count is now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So I need at least 1 more dragon, probably 2. This draws Chronological Aura, which, I mean, obviously isn't very good, but it's something. And I also don't want to crowd up the 3s too much. So Gold Petal, I don't think Gold Petal's better than, you know what? Maybe just Historian is the way to go here. Because that is one thing that seemed relevant in those first 5 games, is continuing the flow of dragons. So if that's giving me a dragon, it's effectively putting, like, if there's 2 copies of it, maybe it can count as 1 for the dragon count. Because playing it early enough will give me another dragon that I'm likely not to play for a couple of turns. Yeah, I don't hate this too much. And yeah, maybe Historian plus Creature of Madness is better than like Whelp and Righteous Protector. So let's give this a try. I am 2 and 4 out of 6 games so far, so I'm just going to play 4 more games with this list. Really would like to have Consecration in here, but I think it's okay. Yeah, I think Portal Vanguard will add some some good flow to the deck. Oh wait, this looks like an awful hand. 1, 2. Wow, okay. We're throwing probably everything back.
I will fight with honor.
Yeah, let's get something better than that. That's a hand. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And they are Control Warrior. Hits the Bronze Explorer. Nice. I really like Divine Shield Wind Fury when I have the ability to Crusader Aura, so let's give it a run. And plus against Control Warrior, they really don't start clearing the board until turn 5 or so. And I have the coin, so they can't do it on turn 4. Well, okay, so next turn they can start clearing the board, but yeah, I'm still going to run this, though. If I was feeling super degenerate, I guess I could have, like, coined Crusader Aura to protect these guys from, what is it, the Hostile Invader. But yeah, we're definitely just going to Crusader Aura here. Going to hit him for, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 on turn 4. I like it. And that makes Hostile Invader a little bit harder to clear the board with. And I've got Maul to go fetch Gelbin to get a little bit more continuation with the aggression. Interesting. Wind Fury is so good with this ability. Or no, it was 18 instead of 16, I think, right? No, 16. Wow, fine, freeze my guys. So rude. Let's do this guy first.
Once upon a time.
I kind of like Peddler, but I think Explorer's probably better. Because I'm definitely going to play the Maul here.
I wonder.
Yeah, I don't want to throw too many guys out there, so I think the more minions... Oop, not that one. The more minions that I can get that discover more minions, the better it is to kind of fight through their board wipes. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have too many good answers here if they're digging. Who knows? At a certain point, if I just keep brewing decks, I'm going to have to start uploading them on all of the Hearthstone deck list websites, because I think it'd be hilarious if somebody's like, I want to play Dragon Paladin, or like, I want to play Grime Street, or whatever nonsense I'm doing. Searing Reflection was the funnest one. Searing Reflection Paladin is still my favorite little pet deck. I don't think it's necessarily good enough, but I was getting wins with it. Even at Legend rank, I was squeezing out some wins playing Searing Reflection. fine. Okay. I think they're still dead, though. Wait, what? I don't think they realize that I can still hit him for 3 because this guy's got Wind Fury. Right? Or does that absorb? Oh, no, no, just kidding. Just kidding. I thought this let them... It only let 1 damage through at a time, but it does not. So, I need to hit them 4 times to get rid of that. Pretty annoying. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. And they can't brawl because there's only 1 minion, so they gotta play minions if they're gonna do that. I wonder if there are any good Wind Fury minions that you could use in like an aggro deck. Like at one point there was a deck that was playing. I mean, it was many standard seasons ago. There was a deck playing. There was a 1-mana 1/1 with Wind Fury, and you like pumped it using different methods and stuff. So, well, they're back to 14. Super rude.
A good explorer comes prepared.
There are still dragons in the deck that I could draw with Tormented Dreadwing. Yeah, sure, why not? And I'm probably just going to play Gelbin next turn, so there is a Chronological and a Crusader Aura in the deck. Maybe I should have played Chronological Aura this turn, anticipating that. But no, I should get rid of this, because that'll be helpful. I don't really care about Gnomish Aura. Come on! Alright, that really sucks. Wow. Alright, fine. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Mistakes of the past. Rewritten.
Alright, they've only got 2 cards, so if I can land some threats and push through, maybe we can do something here. But them getting back to 24 is not a good sign. Okay. And then this is going to kill the other guy that's here, so what are you going to do? Interesting. So what they could have done also is not attack with the second one and use this to kill both the guys. Yeah, I'm not liking this position here. I can kill one of the Ziliacs with this and the minion. They're already back to 38, so I don't know that this game is super winnable. And they're 2 turns away from the quest rewards, which will be problematic. Seven, 8, 9. All right, let's start with this.
Good explorer comes prepared.
I don't think I've drawn a green wing
Move quickly.
at all in any of the games I've played so far. Oh no, I've got 1 in my hand now, but yeah. I'm like, I haven't drawn this card that's in my hand. No, I have gotten green wings. Okay, sorry, I'm over here tripping. I'm trying to think back. I guess I haven't gotten the illusions off of it, which is the best part of it, in my opinion. There's been, what, one out of these games? Yeah, I guess I'm surprised. Normally Green Wing has much bigger effect on the game, so... yeah, we're just kind of screwed. Yeah, pretty much no matter what I do here, the Dracorex is gonna kill stuff. Whatever Dracorex can't kill probably gets killed by this attacking and trading with its death rattle. Yeah, this is definitely not a winnable position, but let me see if I can pull anything out of my rear here. Yeah, like I can't play chronological. Yeah, I guess let's do this and this, and we'll just trade here. Okay.
I am the eyes of my people, and I see all.
You are safe now.
Wow. That's just silly. Alright. We're not going to bother playing this out. They very obviously have it. Came close, though. There was... what did we get him down to? 2 or 3? Something like that? No, 4, I think. Because I was thinking about them as if they were at 2, because I had an O manager in hand. So that was cool. It's very possible that that matchup would have been more winnable if I was playing Whelp of the Bronze, because that's much more aggressive than, say, like Portal Vanguard or some of the other 3-drops. Not by much, but those extra points of damage count, especially when you're dealing with Crusader Aura.
Better start running.
I will fight with honor.
Yeah, I don't think I can keep any of these. I'm tempted to keep O Manager because they play the Scout that lets them double up their Discovers. I think it's okay, though. Much more valuable to have a solid start of minions. Good. Whelp, Peddler. Let's go. Alright, and we got a curve. I have a feeling this deck is going to be much better if I play... I could go like Searing Reflection Dragon Paladin, because then I can play Fey Trickster, Searing Reflection, Fire Rock, Briar Spawn. Searing Reflection into Briar Spawn is pretty funny. It becomes an 8/8, so it's more likely to live. It's no longer, what, a 12/5 or 12/7, whatever it is. So that could be hilarious.
What pretty petals!
Yeah, I think that'll have to be a version of the deck that I try. So it'd be like Whelp, Peddler, Definitely Green Wing.
Wanna blow something up?
I probably don't play Gelbin at that point. Oh yeah, we got a pretty solid curve here.
A good explorer comes prepared.
Yeah, let's give that a try. We're pretty far off, but I think it's okay. And I think the peddler's gonna die anyway here, so might as well do this. We'll get one more bump off of it.
Lush wilds and clear.
Seems pretty good.
Could be our home.
Yeah, Tracking Hunter is a very good deck. Yeah, as suspected, totally cool. So now we got some protection, and we can bash for 8. And I guess this, yeah, between Metal Detector and O Manager, I can get coins that would let me cast Searing Reflection sooner. Yeah, this is... Every time I play a silly Paladin deck, it just turns into Searing Reflection really fast. I know, I have a problem. I get it. But that does improve the early game of a Searing Reflection deck, because that was the problem I had for a while, was coming up with early game that didn't dilute the Searing Reflection targets too much. Because there's nothing like getting, I don't know, if you guys haven't seen the series that I have of Searing Reflection Paladin, getting stuff like Factory Assembly Bot is really awesome. Yeah, just gotta keep swinging here. Good old Sylvanas. Yeah, this is a decent draw. I think I have some potential to take this down.
I remember this place well.
I don't think Nomelia is the call here, so...
Step forth into the time ways.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. That's fine.
Step forth into the time ways.
And a peddler. I think that's okay. That's fine. And I put these guys on the sides of the Drake, because the other Drake's going to go here too, so that way if they have a Nomelia, it doesn't take out my biggest guy also.
These could belong to a brand new
There's the
species.
scout.
These could belong to a brand
Ooh,
new
goodness,
species.
they are getting into shenanigans. They need something real good. Oh, they picked that fast. I don't like that.
Finding.
What's it gonna be? Oh yeah, I think they're just dead.
Finding. Finding.
Well, you got a full hand and no life. Okay. Okay, so 9 games in, and I am 3-6. Oh no, excuse me. I am 3-5. So 8 games in.
Uther versus Illidan.
Feel the hatred of 10,000 years.
I will fight with honor.
Yeah, I think Historian's okay. Sure, yeah.
Either the Legion dies, or I die with it!
That's a good draw. Yeah, Creature of Madness is just better than Nether Sprite, so I feel like I have to play that. Creature of Madness has one less attack, obviously, which could be relevant for Crusader Aura, but I don't think that all of these minions are going to live through turn 4 to see the Crusader Aura. So I need the most potential for what I get off of this. Divine Shield, Wind Fury. This also gives me 2 minions, which is... It's also elusive, so it can't be targeted by a Stinger off of Infestation.
Let me think.
Yeah, we're just going to run this. That is the coolest thing. I'm here for fun, so I'm going to have some fun. Of course they have Infestation. Of course. That's fine. Let's do this.
Justice.
Goodness gracious. Okay. It's weird being on the other side of Demon Hunter. I've played Demon Hunter so much myself.
Would be pleased. Let the count.
I guess I could just attack his
For
face.
justice.
Good old axe. Okay.
Once upon a time.
That could be handy, I suppose.
A good explorer comes prepared.
Yeah, that seems fine. I never understood playing Hive Map. It never felt like it was super good. I say that playing a janky Dragon Paladin deck, but but Hive Map, the fell spells are just not super great. I don't want to, but I'm thinking Nomelia might be okay here.
Let me.
Yeah, it's not very good, but And I could do this. That kills both of those guys. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just take them all out. Oh, wow. Okay. So Primordial Drake doesn't seem bad here. This is going to be 2 turns. That'll be next turn. Yeah, I think that's okay. Buys me a little bit of time. And I'm at a low life total, so I do need to be conscious of what they're capable of. Like if they play Cliff Dive or something like that, then I gotta have some protection from the explosiveness of their deck. Well, that's not good. Yeah, it feels so bad to Anachronos here. But I mean, I need to do something is the problem.
I wonder.
It's got 5 attack on board. I'm already at 9, so if they have 5 attack and I'm at 9, then they just need like an infestation to win the game. So as much as I don't want to, I feel like Anachronos is kind of a necessary evil in this position. So now they can hit me for... Yeah. And plus they had this guy that just makes 4 by itself, so... Oh, well, that'll do it too.
Your prowess is undeniable.
They're definitely a Cliff Dive deck. Yeah, I love this card so much. Illidari Inquisitor is very good. Okay, so 9 games in, 3 and 6. Again, fun janky brew, so we're gonna see what else I can do here. One more game. But I think the next version I try of Dragon Paladin is gonna be with Searing Reflection and Fey Trickster, Briar Spawn, Drake. I think I'll still play Linessa so that I can play Metal Detector and O Manager, because that gives me coins that could then power out a faster Searing Reflection. I could also play Living Flame in that, because that also draws Searing Reflection. And I mean, shoot, I could even go like the Ursol route, because if I play Ursol, then I can also play Renewing Flames, which is great as an aura. It makes the draws a little more wonky when you have that many high-end cards. Instead I'm playing, what, 4 7s, Ursol, plus Briar Spawn.
I will fight with honor.
Oh, that's a pretty rough hand. Okay. I don't like that. Yeah, very rough hand. Alright, let's see. Okay, not a bad draw. That'll get me a dragon.
Once upon a
Rope of the Infant is decent. So I can go 2 into 3.
What pretty petals!
Got a swipe? Don't you dare swipe. Okay.
Fill the skies with a cascade.
That's a very good card.
Sparkles.
Okay then. Let's do this.
Petal perfection!
Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Sure. Seems like a pretty good play for them. So if I play this, it gives me the potential for double O Manager next turn, which isn't amazing, but it is something. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it. And we got to pray that they don't draw the minions off of Aviana. Like, the guys they get off of this can... that can get out of hand real fast. Legendary minions that cost 1. Sometimes you're just getting 8/8s that cost 1. Huh. Okay. I still think Maul is the play here, but
Let me think.
yeah, let's do this. Ooh, that's actually not bad. Let's do that instead. That makes Petal Peddler a little better. This is what I'm talking about. 1 mana legendary minions are pretty troublesome. Wow. So they can just pump their guy, hit me for 10. Seems good. But if they use this, then it turns back into a minion. I can attack that. It's a 5/10. That's pretty crazy. Jeez. Okay, that's brutal.
Find me in the gloom.
Pretty petals!
And the longer this game goes, the worse it is for me. But if I can get some momentum off of Gelbin, then that could help at least give me a chance. Okay then. Sure, draw 2 cards using my health. That's crazy. I mean 4 cards, just kidding. Okay. Like I said, 1 mana legendary minions. Kind of seals the deal. This will make another 7/7. Oh no, that's the one that splits into beetles. So Nomelia doesn't do much about that. There it is. Alright, so 3 and 7 in total, which is a little better than I expected even. But yeah, next time I'm definitely going to change this up, go a little bit heavier with some of them. Like we're going to go Briar Spawn, Fey Trickster, Searing Reflection, probably play Ursol, probably play Gnarlex so I can do the little combo. That's the guy that makes your first dragon cost 1 every turn. And yeah, we'll see where that gets me. So appreciate you guys watching. Keep your eyes out for the next video in the series. This is going to be the next like fun series that I do. I try to mix it up with competitive and like fun casual decks. So I'm going to do this one. Probably get a good, 5 parts of this video just kind of tinkering with Dragon Paladin. But like all the other ones, it's probably not going to be something that's very standard viable in the metagame. But gonna keep practicing this deck building skill and see where I can go. So peace and love, guys. Thanks for watching.